It's time to cook the whole grid in 2-player career mode, Season 2 of ReeceB. We have the best car heading into this race, narrowly ahead of Aston Martin, first lap in Q1. If you did miss the last episode, go check it out. It was a banging race from the US of A. Anyway, let's just talk quickly while you watch that. For Train Mod 4, I bought Southeastern High Speed and the Thameslink add-on, which means more trains than log coming soon. Anyway, through the first 3 corners, not bad, nice and tidy. What do we think of Logan Sargent's car being given to Alex Albon for him to drive it? I think James Fowles explained it quite well, as that was a terrible turn 4. But Logan Sargent's been punished for his teammate crashing, which just doesn't seem very fair to me at all. Through sector 2, this is where our car should be quick. We have 40-36 wing on at this race, a bit wide there. Not bad, not bad. We missed 8 minutes of the session because I think we were changing an engine part. 1.3 up. Not bad, not bad. Well, that is 1.3 up in 16th, but Haas cars are quick. The no Red Bull coming across the line, trying to get the tightest line as possible, get a warning for corner cutting, which is fair, but also not so fair. That's a 107.4. That is not bad, that is not bad. On to a second lap in qualifying. Currently the top 5 is me, Russell, Norris, Porsche, Reece. Braking down to turn 1. Not bad, very deep though. That's a terrible corner. Gain a little bit on the exit, and it compromises our line through turn 2. We're down as we approach turn 4, but there's probably 2 tenths in this corner if you get it right. We get it decent. As you can see there, we're 600s up, so we found about 1.5 tenths in that corner. Through the right of Ferradura, having to recover a little bit there because the car literally wanted to cut the corner. Through the second sector, 2 tenths up, quite a bit of time to find in these bits. Nice, 2 tenths up, bit of a slide. Lose half a tenth, 1.5 tenths up. This has been a scruffy lap, let's make no doubt about that. Reece is P4, and I think he's crossed the line. Yes, he has. P4. Or maybe we're one of the first cross the line, I don't know. But it's 2 tenths up. It's a decent lap. It's a 107.2. That's pole.
Fantastic qualifying session. It's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Baxter lines up on pole position. Inteo Porsche completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Reece, Norris, Bottas, Gasly, Joe, Hamilton, Perez, Magnussen, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Sainz, Albon, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Verstappen and Logan Sargent. And with preparation, and joined once again by former...
No real strategy in the sprint race. It's gonna be... yeah, it's gonna be soft.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out of the way we go in the sprint race. It's a terrible start. Reece gets a good one, fighting down to turn 1, give him the pinch. Go to the apex, turn right, so I'm worried about giving him enough space. Make big contact, and Reece is spun round as we get a warning for a collision. And you got the same thing. And as you can see, the replay at the start. Reece gets a much better start than us. Nearly hits Porsche. I just think that's a racing incident. We were carrying so much more speed than him. He was on a tight line. That's just racing. It's just racing, I think. Coming down to turn 4, we can see there's a McLaren alongside. Is that the other McLaren he's alongside? Might be. No, he tucks in behind. So order right now is me, Russell, Hamilton, Porsche. No, it's not on lap 8 because nothing happened in our sprint. 10 seconds clear. It's now me, Reece, Porsche, Russell, Hamilton. There's not been much happening in the sprint race once we pulled away from the DRS. As Reece and Porsche have a crash, which puts Russell up into P2 and puts Norris up into the top 5. Yep, the last sprint race has been fairly straightforward. Not had much to do, just push. Although our DRS has failed, which I don't know why that is, but yeah, our DRS has failed. But yeah, cross the line and take the race win. Nice.
It's time for today's race at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache circuit here in Sao Paulo. And as any of the 80,000 capacity crowd will tell you, this is going to be a fantastic race. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Yung Cao into one of 2 DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Baxter lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Théo Pourchaire, Hamilton, Norris, Gasly, Zhou, Ocon, Bottas, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Perez, Albon, Reece, Sainz, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Verstappen and Logan Sargent.
All we really have to realistically do from now is finish in the top 3, top 4, top 5 every race from now, and we're a world champion. I think we've won the Constructors, but we've got a good shot at it if we haven't. It's a case of if in the drivers, and it's when rather than if in the Constructors.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Race at 6 last 25 laps.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Pardon me, Jesus. There is a long way to go. Portugal next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Let's lights out and away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Nicely done. Decent start. No one can challenge us. Russell's had a stinker at the start. We're down on fuel at the moment as Pourchaire dives down our inside. We can't really fight it, especially down the straight. We can in the corners. Pourchaire hits us a little bit. Then there was no point diving at that. But Pourchaire stops through the corner. We have a little wiggle, but we're close to Pourchaire. We can get him. There's a massive slide. Hamilton dives down our inside. We've had a stinker of the start. There's no grip compared to the sprint race. But we stay P2. And on lap 2 we go for poor chair, dive down inside, almost similar to the diving we're going to make on Reece in the first season. Can't quite make it work. Do have a purple sector 1, we could be on for a faster start. Dive down inside poor chair now maybe.
Okay, good work.
Done
Great
move
pass.
on lap 2 into the lead, fastest lap of the Grand Prix with an 8.9,
Within 1 second of the...
which is only 1.5 seconds slower than quali. As Reece keeps making up moves up into P2 now at the end of lap 7. 5 laps later we come into the box with a 1.9 second between us. And Reece should be pitting this lap, so hopefully we can get a decent undercut on him and extend our advantage, because he's going to be on the softs. His strategies work well for where he is.
Perfect job from
He
you and the crew
could
there,
probably
mate.
get us, but like I said, all we need is top 5s. And we're world champion probably,
Pit strategy
depending on where
complete.
Reece finishes.
See these tyres through to the end now.
Obviously I do want to be him and I want to claim the championship as early as I can, but we can't do that, we can't do that. Out into turn 4, we had a lovely gap in the traffic. That gap was made for us as Reece pits and he's 4.5 seconds behind. It's 3.8 seconds as he does an 8.2 with the fastest lap. And we come across the line to try and take that fastest lap, but a high 5 will not cut the mustard, especially when Reece does a low 1. And I lost quite a bit of footage. Reece went for a move. He was kind of front wing to rear wheel with me, so he never really fought us. But he did go off and get a 3-second penalty and was complaining about dirty air. But it's P1 for me, P2 for Reece. That's the end. The Brazilian Grand Prix. Reece gets driver of the day.
Magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
What a season it has been for Mercedes. Unlike in real life, because in the game I can actually build a car. Unlike James Allison. Yeah, but we are, well, we're Constructors champions. Let's go. In the rivalry breakdown, gaining 4 points on Max, level 14.5 acclaim, getting the weekly resources. We will have
upgrades to our powertrain.
Quite a few thingies on. I think I've got ultimate drag reduction coming on for Abu Dhabi, but if we get any upgrades, ultimate upgrades on now, they're not going to come for the end of the season, so I think we're forced into getting minor upgrades, unfortunately. Which is we might even run out of upgrades next season, to be honest. That's why I like doing short career modes, just because I don't like the thought of running out of upgrades. But yeah, I think it's going to be the minor front downforce, the one that we have unlocked, the minor front downforce and the minor weight reduction. I think. I can't really remember. Just checking if I can afford them both. Yeah, I think we can. 2,100 minor front downforce. Get that on for Abu Dhabi. Yes, please. That should put us top of the aero charts comfortably, especially with the ultimate drag reduction, which might mean come the start of season 3, if there's no regulation changes confirmed, we'll have the dominant car. A very, very dominant car at that as well. Or do we go for the ultimate? But it won't come on in time. I think this is just the best way to go. We could rush it for Las Vegas, but I don't think rushing it makes sense. So we buy it normally, and we get the minor weight redistribution as well. It's not weight reduction, it's redistribution. I'm definitely not getting the brake upgrades though. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Goodbye.